On Sunday, February 6th in Arlington, Texas, the Super Bowl will be played between the Packers and the Steelers. They're estimating billions of dollars, over $10 billion worth of sales from partying by various groups and all the people flooding into the city. There's going to be a lot of money made off the Super Bowl. But what's not been talked about, and what's not talked about around events like this, and especially the Super Bowl, is the huge trade, billions of dollars, in sexual trafficking, where prostitutes are brought in for the people attending the parties in the surrounding areas. And unfortunately, folks, many of the women brought in are underage girls. You're talking 10, 11, 12, 14-year-old girls brought in for what I would consider perverts to have sex with. In fact, it's estimated that there may be up to 150,000 in the United States alone, 150,000 underage girls that are trafficked and controlled by pimps, most of them forced to do this. In fact, stories that have been revealed by girls that have escaped. In fact, girls have actually been snatched off of driveways. Then there's some of what we call throwaways. They're broken families and they leave. But girls snatched off of driveways, for 2 months they're put in cages, they're let out, multiple men rape them, and they're treated basically like dogs. In fact, some of them are fed dog food and dog biscuits just to keep them alive. Unfortunately, we don't hear much about this problem. There are good groups out there like Shared Hope International, which deals in this particular area, and they try to make the public aware. The government knows about it because they're sending extra agents, but several dozen, they say, into the area to deal with the problem. We need more than several dozen agents dealing with this problem, but the fact is that most people do not know this is going on. And while people are partying at the Super Bowl and all the things are going around, you have young girls being raped right in the same area. I've written a detailed commentary on this subject called Sex Trafficking. There's more than sports going on at the Super Bowl, and that can be read on our website at www.rutherford.org. You should read it and become aware of this problem and try to get involved in it. The point is, this can be stopped, I believe, if A, the public becomes aware, 2, the government gets involved. People that are involved in this particular area of dealing in sex trafficking, doing these awful things to young girls, should be put away. The government can do that, but it needs to be a priority. Our president needs to step forward and speak out about it. Not only that, the religious groups across the country who are very silent on this. I mean, everybody wants to participate in Super Bowl. Churches actually have Super Bowl viewings and parties. To me, that's a bit outrageous when this type of activity is going on. In fact, I'm not going to watch the Super Bowl. I'm boycotting the Super Bowl. I think the Super Bowl committee should be involved in this. They should fight this particular problem. We talk about human rights violations around the world, and we have 150,000, maybe more, underage girls in this country who are prisoners of pimps and being forced to have sex with very strange men. And believe it or not, many of these guys are married with children. So we have a really big problem here, but it's time not only to speak out about it, but for our government and our leaders, our religious leaders and people to get involved in this particular problem. I think that we can greatly reduce it, but it has to be a priority. And maybe the first thing we can start with this year is object at what's going on around the Super Bowl. Boycott it. Tell your congressmen and senators you don't like this. You want something done about this problem, and we want to eliminate this problem. This is a huge legal problem, but it's a bigger moral problem. If we have any morals in this country, we will stop this awful thing going on right in our own neighborhoods.